So in this session, we are going to discuss about the third-party sales are also known as dropship process and individual purchase order, that is IPO, in both SAP ECC and S4HANA. So this one remains the same in both SAP ECC, also in S4HANA systems. The same screens and then same processes and then same kind of transactions. We are going to execute them in the S4HANA system. Most importantly, the interview question would be like, what is the difference between third-party sales and individual purchase order? So here, both are having slight difference, that is the material master data, which makes the difference, and then item category, which makes the complete difference. So that one, how we are going to differentiate, how we are going to identify it, and then how we are going to understand the complete end-to-end process. So third-party sales are also known as dropship process. So here, let me get into the next slide so that you will clearly understand about it. Here you can see I have given the complete information in a single slide so that you people will clearly understand the difference between the third-party and individual purchase order. First, let us get into the third-party sales. So in third-party sales, vendor delivers goods to the customer and bill to the business. Here, the shipment is dropped or delivered by the vendor at customer's location. So, for example, here the vendor is nothing but a forwarding agent or a carrier. All e-commerce portals, whatever we purchase, the products through online, they are not manufacturing whatever they display in their application. For example, if you take Amazon or Flipkart or Myntra, whatever, all the brands, they don't manufacture. And they will be just providing or the, what I can say, it's a platform where the other people also can go and then sell their products. So that is what is the e-commerce portals. Only few products will be there, they manufacture. So here in third-party scenario, they don't manufacture. And then, for example, if you are staying in Mumbai or Chennai or Delhi or Kolkata, or if you take US, New York, California, wherever you stay, if you place the order, if that particular product is available in that particular location itself by the vendor, then they will be instructing that particular vendor to drop the product at your location. That is what is nowadays happening. So though they are not manufacturing the product, they are going to deliver the product to you at your location via the third party. So that is what is the definition part. Vendor sends goods to the customer and bill to the business. In a simplest terminology, we need to explain. So the prerequisites are like the material should be created with the item category group as BANS. Material type should be per or hour trading goods. And the item category will be automatically determined by the based on the item category determination as TAS for the third party sales. If you look at the VOV4, that is item category determination, OR plus BANS plus blank plus, that is higher level item category plus default item category is equal to TAS. And the schedule and category is always the item category plus MRP type, that is CS for the third party scenario. And here, one more important point we need to remember, it is always order related billing. The third party sales are always order related billings, not the delivery related billing. So this is also one type of business process. So here we need to understand the complete process and then we need to explain them. So here the system will allow us to do the customer invoice creation when we complete the MIRO, that is invoice verification. Why it is required? For example, the, the vendor agreed to deliver the product at the price whatever he has already promised to the business. So that we will do the vendor invoice verification, and then when the price matches, then okay, the vendor whatever he has agreed with us, the same price he has billed, and then customer is a different price whatever he has done it. The price between vendor and the business and the price between business and the customer, both are different. So that is why in this third party scenario, only when we complete the MIRO, that is invoice verification, then only the system will allow us to create the customer invoice, that is VF01, when we use it. The process is like, we will create a sales order, and then the purchase requisition is created in the back end, and that is found in the schedule lines of the VA03, that is sales order display. Then we will be creating purchase order with reference to the purchase requisition. So this is completely the SD and integration part. The purchase order, invoice verification, goods receipt, all those things are totally taken care by the consultants. So this is the SD and integration. So whenever you face the question like, can you please explain about the SD and integration part? Then these two examples also you can give it to them. Then MIRO vendor invoice verification followed by the customer invoice. So the left-hand side completely talks about the third party or dropship process. And then now we are getting into the individual purchase order, that is IPO process. Here, vendor sends goods to the business. Here it is customer and here it is business. And the business in turn deliver the goods to the end customer. That means the product is coming from the third party to us and we are delivering the goods to the end customer. Why? And what is the scenario like? Vendor denies to send the goods to the customers directly due to the packing or transportation issues. Maybe the customer's location, he may not have the transportation. Hence, he denies it, or whatever the packing he requested, that is not possible for them to do that particular packaging. Hence, they say that it is not possible. You please let us know whether you want me to send it to you, and then you will take care of all those activities. Once they confirm, then the vendor will directly deliver the goods to our business, and then from business, it will go to the end customer. So in this scenario, since the product is coming to us and from us it has to go, the transportation lead times will be always increased. It is not directly coming from the vendor to reach us whatever the stipulated time they have agreed. It is not possible. So the vendor takes another not less than 5 days, 5 to 7 days to deliver the product to the business. And from the business, it will take another 5 days to the customer. So almost 2 weeks time, it will it will consume to reach the end customer. So this is about the individual purchase order. So whatever I've explained about this scenario, we need to represent the same to the business or wherever you go, wherever you. So wherever we face this kind of interview questions or whenever we are attending the implementation projects workshops, so during that time, we need to express the process. We need to explain the process to the business so that they will also confirm and consider that, yes, we can do it. So this is all about the individual purchase order, that is IPO. So here also the vendor is nothing but forwarding agent or carrier. And for this, the platforms are like all e-commerce portals and others. What are the prerequisites here? In third-party scenario, we will be using BANS as item category group, whereas in individual purchase order, we will be using the item category group as BANC. Material type, it remains same, that is FERT or HAVA. The item category will be determined as TAB based on the item category determination. Set schedule line category is CP based on the schedule line category determination. So these two parameters remains same as it is how we do the item category determination as well as the schedule line category determination. In this individual purchase order, it is a delivery related billing. It is not the order related billing. Why? Because the product is coming to us and then we are delivering from our premises to the customer location. Hence, there is a delivery in between. In third party scenario, there is no delivery. Only the vendor will deliver the goods. Whereas in individual purchase order scenario, the delivery takes place from the business to the customer. And also, the delivery also can be created only after the MyGo, that is goods receipt. The MyGo should be done with reference to the purchase order. Here, the process flow is like we will create a sales order. We will be creating the purchase requisition. So, sorry, the purchase requisition will be created automatically in the backend based on our settings, which can be seen in the VA03 schedule lines line item. And then with reference to the purchase requisition, purchase order is created. And with reference to the purchase order, we will be creating the MyGo, that is goods receipt. So these transaction codes like MA21N, MyGo, and then some of the other important transaction codes, you will be having authorizations in development system and quality system, not in the production system. All the transactions are restricted. SD transactions, they cannot access them. Teams, they cannot access our SD, all the transactions. The similar way, SD transaction, transactions, we cannot access them, vice versa. So in production system, all the accesses, authorizations for every transaction code will be restricted or minimized. So then followed by after the MyGo, you can do the MyGo, that is vendor invoice verification, followed by the customer invoice creation. So these two I have just maintained in a single screen so that you people will not forget about it, so that it will come to your mind when you are explaining about third party, automatically it will come to your mind that the individual purchase order also, we can easily take it up. We will see the screens of one by one so that you will clearly understand. So what are all the settings required from our end in this practice system, not in the real time? The entire settings will be totally taken care by the teams in real time projects. So in these learning sessions, especially in the practicing systems, where we need to do all these settings in the back end. The third party material is created with item category group as BANS. IPO material is created with item category group as BANC. And we need to define the purchase organization the way we defined sales organization in the system. The similar way we need to define the purchase organization and assign it to the company code. And the plans, whatever we have defined them, those plans also we need to assign it to the purchasing organization. Then create vendor using BP transaction code and the source list ME01 for vendor automatic and fixed vendor determination. Like for some of the areas, he is the fixed vendor and he, or for that particular customer, he is the right person who always delivers on time and he and the customer always prefers to have that particular vendor only. So for that, the team, they will create ME01 transaction, that is source list. And purchase info record, we need to maintain the purchase info record. The way in SD side, we maintain the customer material information record. The similar way, we will be maintaining the purchase info record. So the source list details and the purchase info record, everything can be seen in the sales order level itself at the line item schedule line category. That also I will show you. And these two are optional, like release block invoice receipts, that is MIRO. So since it is a practice system, many people are doing so many backend settings when they are practicing. So that time, it will give you so many errors. So whenever the invoice receipt goes to the block, so that time we need to do the release of the invoice receipt, that is MIRO document, using the transaction code MRBR. Followed by, we need to, sometimes the release strategy also in the backend, they might have assigned to the purchasing documents. Hence, we need to go to ME28 to release the purchase documents. So these are all the backend settings. They will take care of it. If you look at the left-hand side, that is the item category, TAS for the third-party sales, and the corresponding scheduling category, that is CS. So if you see here, the billing relevance, F means order-related billing document status according to the invoice quantity. It is not the customer invoice, it is the vendor invoice quantity. Whatever the quantities the vendor has confirmed and then price agreement, whether he has done it or not, that one will be done using the MIRO transaction. Once we do it, then the system understands that yes, whatever we have agreed with the vendor, he has done it. Hence, when vendor invoice verification can be completed. So this is order-related billing document, status according to the invoice quantity, that is MIRO. It is not the customer invoice. The rest of the item category functionalities remain same. And if you look at the schedule line category CS, where it makes the difference. Because of these settings, the order type is associated here NB, which will not be there in the standard item, standard schedule line categories CP or CM. When we specify the purchasing requisition NB, so in the backend, the system will generate the purchase requisition, so that with reference to the purchase requisition, we have to create the purchase order. Then the corresponding item category is 5, that is third party. Account assignment category. So to which all accounts it has to go. The accounts will be data. These are the side, like our own item categories and then our own account assignment group of customer master data or material master data, whatever are there. As an example, I'm telling you. So like that, you can consider them. But without these three parameters assigned to the schedule line category, the system will not generate the purchase requisition in the backend. Please remember that point. And one more thing, we have already discussed about the schedule line category. For third party and individual purchase order, they are relevant for the external procurement. They are not relevant for in-house production. Please remember this point. There is no transfer of requirements, availability check, and product allocation. For the standard processes, it is there. For the third party and individual purchase order STOs, they are all external procurement. The first part, upper part is active, the lower part is inactive. So this is the item category of the third party scenario. So this is the item category of the individual purchase order, that is TAB. Here, one more important change we are going to see, apart from the billing relevance, it is E. E stands for the special stock indicator, that is orders on hand. The same will be appeared in the MTO process also. So that also we will see. The special stock indicator E and the billing relevance A means delivery related billing document. It is a standard process. The system will allow us to do the delivery creation only when we do the goods receipt, that is my go, into the system. And if you see the right hand side, the schedule line category here, which is having CB individual purchase order, and the movement type, it is associated with the movement type 601, standard goods issue delivery. And here, order type NB, but item category, it goes to the standard 0, and account assignment category, that is non-stock sales. So we are not going to keep it in our inventories. It will come to our inventory only, the non-stock inventories, and from there it will go immediately to the customer. And this makes the difference. Item relevance for delivery, this we all know about it. And this is the one, purchase requisition delivery scheduling. So when we activate this field, the vendor will directly, that means we are instructing the vendor to deliver the goods to our premises, and from our premises, the product will go to the end customer. So it will take a minimum 10 to 15 days. That is purchase requisition delivery scheduling. So these are the things which makes the difference of the both third-party scenario or dropship process and individual purchase order. If you see the item category determination of third-party sales, it is the combination of sales document type, item category group, item usage blank, item category high level is blank, and the default item category is TAS. For the individual purchase order, it is the combination of sales document type or item category group B, A, and C. Item usage is blank, item category high level is blank, and the default item category is TAB. So these two business processes, here the document type remains same. The item category group and the item categories makes all the difference. These two differentiates, this is the third party scenario and this is the individual purchase order scenario. But these two are two business processes. Whereas the item category is the differentiation factor. This one we need to highlight because so these points are the key points used in the certifications. Whenever you people are doing the certifications, so that time, whatever now I have explained, the same process, same questionnaire will come, and then they will give you 4 options. According to that, you have to select the right choice. So that is why I explained this. Schedule and category determination. Item category plus MRP type, TAS plus CS. It is the TAS plus MRP type is equal to the schedule and category CS, that is third party scenario. For the individual purchase order, TAB plus MRP type is equal to CB, that is the individual purchase order schedule and category determination. So if you get into the system, we will come to know what are all the prerequisites we have to complete and then how we need to explain them. So now let me get into the SAP system, and whatever I have done, all those settings I will show you, so that the same thing you people also can be doing it in the system. So first let me go to SE16N MVKE table, sales data for material, what materials I have created yesterday for our sales organization AL91. So let me execute. So this is the individual purchase order material. And then third party scenario material. So these two materials I have just created. And now let me go to the enterprise structure, SIMG, and under the enterprise structure, definition, materials management, So here we have defined long time back this storage location. The similar way, it is like maintain purchasing organization. So I created with AL91. It is not like our sales organization. It should have the address details associated with it. So it is the auto purchasing organization. It is valid. So there are three options: valid, deprecated, and no longer valid. So if at all by mistakenly you have created, we can put it as no longer valid so that it will not be considered. So this is the first step. The second step is assign purchasing organization to the company code. So here you can see assign purchasing organization to the company code. So purchasing organization AL91. So this is the company code which is already associated with it. This is the first step. Then let me go to the material master data, MM03. First, I will take the third-party material and then see what are all the attributes which we have maintained. Purchasing, MRP 1, 2, 3, 4, accounting 1 and accounting 2. So if you look at this, the same I have just for the description purpose, TPO alto material I have created with this. And if you go to the sales organization data to view or continuously, if you can press enter, it will take us to the next screen. Here is the difference. What difference we have made it? It is PANS. Earlier we have seen make to order process 0001 and then the norm, NORM norm, the standard process we have seen. And now BANS is the third party item, BANC for the individual purchase order item category group. So based on that one, the system will propose the item category determination. The rest of the things remain same as it is. So purchasing group, it is like a statistical value, whatever you're specifying over here. The same thing will be populated onto the purchase order when we try to create the purchase order with reference to the purchase requisition. And automatic POs, we have to activate this button so that whenever the integration between the third-party systems and it has to go to the third-party system automatically via EDIs like electronic data interchanges, interfaces. So that time, so this field makes a lot of difference. MRP1, MRP type is ND, leave it as it is, and followed by the accounting one view. So here I have specified the price as 2000 INR, $23.10. So this is the manufacturing cost, for example, I have taken, or based on the costing run by the controlling team, that is financial accounting and controlling teams, when they do it, costing run along with the PPQM teams. So that time, whatever the price comes, they will maintain the price over here. So this is the third party material. And then let it be like this. I will take the individual purchase order material. MM03. So whatever the relevant views or whatever the views we have created, those views it will propose in the display mode. Continue. So if you look at it, the material description, I have mentioned it as IPO Alto 99005. Press enter, press enter, press enter. And if you look at this item category group, so this is the one which makes the difference to determine the item category as TAB. That means one of the key factors, BANC, for the individual purchase order. Then all those things, like it is relevant for batch management, output, everything, availability check process. In accounting one view, so for this also, I managed the same price. So this is for the sake of creating the, what I can say, the BPRS cost condition type, that is the profit margin. Whenever you wanted to see them for the reporting purpose, then we need to make sure that the price in the accounting one view of the material master data and the price in the pricing condition records are different. So for that, let me go to VK12. So this is our pricing condition type, and this key combination I have taken to create this AL91, A9, A9, and 6831 is our customer. And first I'm taking we can take both the materials. And execute. So this is the pricing condition record, which we maintained already. So the amount is 4,000 and 4,000. The manufacturing cost was 2,000 and the selling price we have included is 4,000. So that the profit margin is 4,000 minus 2,000, it is 2,000. So the pricing is also in place. When we create the sales order, the pricing will be automatically picked up by the system or determined by the system. Now I'll go to VOV7. TAS, third party sales item category, and TAB, individual purchase order. So if you look at this, the special stock indicator is E for the orders on hand. It is reserved. So only based on the order, that particular order is restricted to that particular customer only. The scenario which we have already seen was as an example of make to order, that is the nothing but sales order stock. So E. The rest of the things remains same as it is. And then TAS, here it is billing relevance, order related billing document, status according to the invoice quantity. Then pricing, it is, yes, it is relevant for pricing, standard pricing. And one more item category, let me take TAK, that is MTO. See here also the special stock indicator. So that means TAK and TAB, individual purchase order, more or less similar, are having the same characteristics of the item categories. The item categories TAK and TAB are having the same characteristics or attributes. E stands for orders on hand, and A stands for delivery related billing, and X stands for standard pricing. And the rest of the things are same. So these differences, one by one, you people have to clearly understand them. Now, VOV6, schedule line category, CB and CS. So CB, individual purchase order, it has got movement type, that is 601, goods issue delivery, that is happening from our premises. You can see here, the lower part is not active because we are not manufacturing the product, whatever the customer placed via individual purchase order. In individual purchase order, vendor sends goods to the customer, who goes to the business, and business in turn will deliver the goods to the end customer. So that is why we will be doing the delivery. That is why it is associated. And if you see this, I explained you all. If you go to F1, the goods generated by purchase requisition may be shipped directly from your supplier to your customer. However, if you want the goods to come to you first, the system can automatically redetermine the delivery scheduling to allow for the additional time required for you to forward the goods onto the customer. Please remember this point. So it will take time. It will come to you first, and from you, it will go to the end customer. So this makes the difference of the individual purchase order, order type NB, item category 0, and account assignment category is H. CS, order type NB, item category 5, and account assignment category is X. Here, only item relevant for delivery via vendor, but there is no purchase requisition delivery scheduling is activated. Now, VOV4, item category determination, Z1 VANS. For the third party, see here. So this means the system will automatically propose TAS when we create the sales order, and you can manually change it to TAN, TANN, and TAW, whatever the item categories you wanted to. Otherwise, you can leave it. This means only it is restricted to the third party sales only. Please remember this point, TAS. The similar way, Z1 AL and BANC. If you see here, BANC, it is individual purchase order. It is having only one. So this one also you can remove. Save it. Then the schedule and category, VOV5. If you see TAS and MRP type is blank, it is CS. And the similar way, item category plus MRP type for the individual purchase order, TAB, it is CB. So CB and CS both are relevant for the third party and individual purchase order, schedule and categories and determination. So these are the things which we have seen. The perspective, the business partner, vendor, we have to create one vendor. So like I just create, already it is there. I just create one vendor organization. If you take general and then grouping, anyone, whatever the vendors are there, you can take. So 1212, someone has created internal one grouping. And here like the nomenclature, whatever you wanted to give. Delivery logistics. So whatever the details you wanted to specify, you can specify over here. And then followed by, you can just save it first. That is the general BP role, 14204. So you can extend it to two business partner roles. That is FLVN00, FLVN01. That is FI side and FI side as well as the supplier side, that is purchasing side. So this is FI vendor. So go to the company code and specify your company code. Under your company code you are creating. So reconciliation account for the vendors, it is 1,60,000, standard one. So all these things, if it is required, just you can create, otherwise not required. So then if you save it, it is asking the field, edit the standard address, the error. It is language, EN. So they have made it as mandatory in the account group. If you go to the company code, again, when you save it, you will find the number here, customer number, a supplier number, 616. Supplier 616. So then this has to be extended to our purchasing organization, FLVN01 supplier, like our sales FL uh, CU01. The similar way we have to do it. Purchasing, specify your purchasing organization, currency, INR, payment terms 0001, Incoterms, PV on board, like that. Automatically, the partner functions setup is there in the system. So that is why it has proposed over here. Then save it. So this is the vendor master data creation. We have not done all the settings, but the vendor side, whatever already there, so that we have utilized. Then ME01, the source list maintenance, already it is maintained. So I'm going to ME02. ME01, okay, ME01. So for the individual purchase order and the plant, it is. So it is already maintained as a supplier as 615 and AL91 is the purchasing organization. Now, just now we created one supplier that is 616. I wanted to give from 1st January 2026 to 31st December 2026. I wanted to fix this vendor 616. So like this also, we can maintain. So what it is saying, the info record is not there. The purchasing info record, which is not maintained. If you maintain the purchase info record, then it will allow us to save it. Otherwise, it will not allow. So this is the source list maintenance. So let me go to the source list. After the source list, we have purchase info record /n ME12. Supplier 615. So which is already maintained for the purchase info record for this combination, that is individual purchase order. This is the purchase info record, individual purchase order, PIR. So here what we have maintained, supplier data, first reminder, second reminder, and third reminder, followed by the order unit conversion factor. If you press enter, it will take us to the next screen. Here, the planned delivery time we need to maintain and the purchasing group. Automatically, it will populate from the material master data. And the standard quantity to deliver the customer from the vendor, it is 10 units, which we have maintained over here at this purchasing organization. Press enter. See, in the previous session, it was not there. Now someone made it as make an entry in mandatory field, confirmation control key. So now, right now, I'm not going to do it. So just whatever the just confirmations, I'll put it. And this is the one. Just press enter, save it. So this is for the individual purchase order and third-party material. So this is the purchasing info record already created. Purchase organization data, one view, the same thing. So someone, they have specified it is mandatory. So hence it is asking us. Conditions, the pricing condition, whatever. See, the vendor price to the business is entirely different. That is why it is less than the selling price. And save it. So this purchase info record for individual purchase order and the third party scenario, both are different. So it is 3, it is here, it is 2. But just for the information purpose, I'm just noting down everything. So these are all the things once we complete it in the system. Now the system will allow us to create the sales order. First, we will perform the transaction or the process for the third party scenario. This is the one. So order is nothing but VA01. What value we have to enter? VA01. And the same document type we will be taking is the customer reference TPO, third party. And you have to mention the third party material only here. How many units? 10 each. See, the pricing automatically picked up by the system in the backend because I have already maintained the pricing condition record. We have maintained. The difference here you will find here is earlier versions, we don't have the purchasing requisition tab. Now, the system has automatically proposed the purchase requisition tab. So here you can see the difference. Here you can see the fixed vendor 615 info record, purchase info record automatically populated over here. And this is the purchasing organization. Goods receipt for the third party, it is not relevant. Invoice receipt, that is Miro, is required. What happens if it is goods receipt? You can also do the MyGo for the third party scenario. Sometimes in third party scenario also it is like individual purchase order. They will bring the products to us and then we will be doing the, or one of the, not our own premises, third party like virtual premises, it will come. And from there we will then deliver it to the end customer. So it is, as of now, it is not required. And this is how the purchase requisition screen looks like, because of the values we maintain for the corresponding schedule line categories. So when we save this sales order, the purchase requisition will be automatically populated over here. First, let me save this 2360. Take 2360. And if you go to line item schedule lines again, see, this is the purchase requisition. So purchase order to be created with reference to the purchase requisition ME21N is the transaction code. And it can be delivered on 17. Take this purchase requisition and from here go to ME21N. See how I'm following the steps, the same steps you need to follow. Go to the document overview on, and this is the tree-like structure, that is selection variant. Click on this, click on my purchase requisitions 927. Is it correct or not? 927 ends with 927. Select, keep the cursor on this, and then the second icon, adopt. Click on adopt. So currency is missing. Press enter. Press enter. So whatever the warning message comes over here, you can ignore it. And if you see the organizational data, automatically it has populated. AL91 is our purchasing organization, purchasing group, and this is the company code. And the supplier which we have maintained in the source list, that the same thing associated with the purchase requisition tab where we have seen the same is the carrier or the forwarding agent. And also, how we are creating this? With what is the reference for this particular purchase? What is the relationship between the sales order and the purchase order? The purchase requisition. And with reference to the purchase requisition, where we found the purchase requisition in the sales order. So this is the one, sales order. you will find the account assignment. After saving this, you will find the purchase order history once we complete the Miro invoice verification. That also I will show you. Now you can, before getting into the save button, click on this button, check. No messages issued during the check. Now save it. See, the purchase order got created. Now, before getting into the Miro or customer invoice verification, let me go to the VA03 invoice sales order and then go to the document flow. Here you will find the purchase order. This is the sales order and this is the purchase order. You can go to the display document. So like this also, you can see them. And purchase document tab has not yet come. Only once we do the Miro, that time it will come. So for you all, I wanted to show an error again. If I go to VF01 2360 order related billing, it is incorrect. It says that no open billing quantity has been determined because we have not completed the invoice verification. It is checking for the invoice verification. Only when we do the invoice verification, then only the system will allow us to create the billing document, that is customer invoice. For that, /n Miro invoice verification. The invoice verification is always with reference to the purchase order. Please remember. So this is the customer vendor's invoice verification. Just give the reference. Here also we give the reference and the posting date. Specify the date. And here you just select V0. See, purchasing document not yet released. The moment I set here, it is not yet released. Select this /n ME28. So release or approve purchasing documents. So because in the backend settings, teams, they have made some settings. So that is why it is proposing. So AL91 is the purchasing organization and specify the document number, release. If this is the code K1, purchase head, he is releasing the document, the authorized person. So keep the cursor over here, release plus save button. So it got released now. Again, you can go to Miro. See, you are seeing so many transactions today. All these days we have not seen. So this is the integration between SD and So in the backend, they have to perform all these activities. See, the balance amount agreed is 30,000. Yes. He is agreed with us as 30,000. And we are sending the product to the end customer as 40,000. So that is 4,000 per unit. And this is payment baseline date. You have to specify today's date. It will throw an error. That is why I'm entering. And if you scroll down, business class, just Alto, and place of supply, it should be 10. Press enter. And you have to nullify this. It has to become 0. You are verifying it. That same amount, you have to put it over here. Press enter. See now, this has become 0 and it is in like what it is saying, posted or can be posted. Before going to just save button, click on save button, just click on simulate. See now it is clear, no messages issued. So both vendor account as well as the inventory change account, both are now getting nullified. So with reference to this purchase document or purchase order, click on post. See, it is saying that document number created but blocked for payment. So there are so many things. Don't read all those things. Myro, you take this. Go to MRBR transaction /n MRBR. It won't have any impact on our sales process. I'm just entering, and then in front of you all, I'm just releasing this release blocked invoices. It is vendor invoices. It is not the customer invoice. Select this, release, save. Now, if you go to if you go to VA03, that is document flow, we'll go again. Now you will find the purchase order history. See here, earlier it was not there before the Myro. Now after the Myro invoice verification, now the tab has been included over here, the purchase order history. Now the system will allow us to create the billing document, that is customer invoice. Earlier it gave error, now absolutely it has allowed us. Save it. Vendor agreed for 30,000 and we are selling it to the customer at 40,000. This is the customer invoice. So that is what we have discussed. It's order related billing. Only after the Myro invoice verification, the system will allow us to create the customer invoice VF01. That is what we have seen. Now we will go to the individual purchase order. This is the material. And then let me go to VA03. One more time, I just wanted to show you the third-party scenario complete document flow. Now you can find here, the moment you see immediately after the sales order, the purchase order, whenever you see it, this means it is a third-party scenario. After the purchase order, if you see the delivery, then that is the individual purchase order scenario. So like this, you need to classify. Okay. Now /n VA01. Same customer. I'm taking the material, IPO, and then 10 units. See, the net value is 40,000. Double click on it, go to schedule lines. You will find the purchase requisition tab over here. And the schedule line category is CB, individual purchase order. If you look at it, you will find the purchase info record number and the fixed vendor number. It is maintained in ME11 transaction code. It is maintained in ME01 transaction code. You people can run the same scenario one more time in the same system. Whatever the data I'm just mentioning over here, take it as a reference and then create in this particular system. Not in the every system, only this practice system, which we are using it right now. So 2362. Then go to the display sales order and you will find the purchase requisition number at schedule line category. See here, this is the purchase requisition number. And we are going to create purchase order with reference to the purchase requisition 28/n ME21N. Document overview on. Go to this selection variant, my purchase requisitions, and it is 928. Click on adopt button, specify the currency, and press enter. Press enter. And here account assignment category, here 2362 is the sales order. The same. Check. And now save it. So purchase order created with reference to the purchase requisition. Now, delivery is after the MyGo. Now what I will do in front of you all to make an error. VA03 2362. Okay. Consider the subsequent documents. If you see the document flow, you will find the purchase order. Anyhow, we know that. And if I do the delivery, 17th April, we have to view. It will take us to the delivery document creation. Then what happens? Let us see. 10. And I'm just giving the batch number. Press enter. And if I do the post goods issue, sales order stock 2362 does not exist. The individual purchase order also more or less similar to MTO process. Sales order stock 2362 does not exist unless and until you make the product available by using the transaction code MyGo, the goods receipt. The system will not allow you to create the delivery document. Please remember this point. So this is the error which will come, and this error to be overcome with the MyGo transaction /n MyGo goods receipt, MyGo goods receipt with respect to the purchase order, goods receipt and the purchase order. What is the purchase order? Take this. Automatically it has come. Press enter. It is not yet released. This purchase order is not yet released. Okay. Again, one more time. ME28. A1 and the purchase document number. Execute. Keep the cursor over here. Release plus save. Now again go to /n MyGo. Goods receipt transaction code. Specify the purchase order number. Press enter. What is this? It has to /n MyGo. Let me go to the purchase order. One zero one one. No provision has been made. Okay. Made courses in respect of this purchasing document of purchasing document item. Reasons for this it contains more items in the specified plant. 24N. So now if you see this quantity 10, where exactly we have to, so this is the storage location. Purchase order data automatically populated. So batch number, I'm going to use the existing one, 409. And before getting into the save button, click on item OK, and then check. So it is a warning message, continue, then post. So it is posted. For the sales order 2364, the new one which we created, let me go to /NVA03. If I go to the document flow, so the purchase order, display document, purchase order history is there. That is goods receipt is there right now. So then I'll go to MMBE transaction, the stock posting for this particular material. If I go there, only one order will be there, that is 2364. So it is restricted to this particular sales order. It is like SOS, sales order stock, on order stocks. So like our MTO process. So when I do the delivery and then PGI, this will become empty. Now VA03, I'll just document flow. VA03, press enter. Now go to the delivery document creation. No schedule lines, fine. The system has given today's date and you give 17th. If you go to picking tab and then enter the picked quantity, batch number 409. Now when you do the PGI, it will allow us to do the PGI. See, the document got created, delivery document got created. The individual purchase order has got delivery document. So MyGo, we have done. And individual delivery also we have created. /n VA03. Now you will find the document flow as sales order, purchase order, outbound delivery, and goods issue. Now only one thing is pending, that is invoice. /n VF01. So automatically the system has proposed the delivery document number. You can save it now. So this is the invoice. And one thing is pending, that is invoice verification. That is Myro is pending. After that also we can do the Myro. Now we will be doing the Myro for this PO number. Invoice verification, our company code, enter, and specify today's date, reference, and P0, enter, press enter. So this is the one. And this is the amount, business place. So we have that error that I'll show you later. Place of supply 10, press enter. Baseline date you have to specify. Now basic data. So it has become 0. Why it is showing messages? Now simulate. So it has taken now post. See, it is blocked now. This particular invoice verification document, that is Myro document. Go to /MRBR transaction, specify the invoice document, execute, select and then release, save it. Now again, if I go to the complete end-to-end document flow, you will find the VA03. So if you see, all are completed now except the invoice. So this is because of the so many controlling issues. It is not posted to the journal entry. No issue. If you go to the purchase order, you will find the purchase document history tab, 2 documents, goods receipt as well as the invoice receipt. So this is the difference between the third party scenario and individual purchase order scenario. Hope you all understood. So only thing is, you just I'll just include them in the Excel sheet, and then you will be able to run the scenario in this particular system. Okay. So this is all about the third party and individual purchase order scenario.